as a whole, probably on paper, not where you wanted until the fourth quarter, and then it just, do you get a feeling for that? You just talked about
Yeah, I thought Kellen did a great job calling the game. I know it was tough sledding at the beginning, but he kept leaning on the run game as the game continued on. When you got a back like Saquon, I mean Kenny Gainwell, how about how he played, huh? Because we got into Kenny came in for Saquon, and Saquon needed a break, and we were going on the ball because we were having some good, tempo as we were on the ball and kind of had them on their heels, and we just kept going. And, man, Kenny played his butt off. But, yeah, you get the feel of that as the game. We felt like we were getting some movement up front. Again, that's a really good defense, great defensive coaches, great defensive players over there. They got some good youth over there as well that you notice and have some speed. But hold on a second. It was huge. It was huge that we were able to get that going, and Kellen just sticking with it, even though some of it was muddy early. But that's how it goes sometimes in the run game, right? It's ugly sometimes. It's grimy sometimes. It's like, but you continue to grind that out, and that really helped us put that game away.
What was the game? Jalen Hurts was kind of off. He was either holding the ball too long, or it's just his timing was off. Was anything wrong? Was it just holding the ball too long?
Well, I'll have to look at the tape. I just, again, it didn't. It's everybody that contributes to a slow start offensively. It's not just one person. This is a team game. It's always a team game, and it'll always be the team. And so I'll have to go back and look. What I'm proud of the offense, what they did tonight, is that they found a way. They found a way to continue to put points on the board, and to be able to stretch that game out. Obviously, the defense did a great job of holding a good offense down, but the offense just kept finding a way. We'll look at the tape. We'll see what happened. It wasn't obviously wasn't a great start for us. It was ugly, but sometimes those ugly moments turn into, again, part of it's the run game was a little ugly, and it wasn't as clean. But then as the game progresses, I'm just so proud of the guys that they do truly have this dog mentality of like, all right, it's not going good. Well, what are you going to do about it, right? It's just you just, all you can do is learn from what happened, and sometimes it's hard to learn from what happened within game because you don't know exactly sometimes what happened. But you put your head down and know that the only play that matters is next, and this is just such a resilient group that can really put bad plays behind them and move on. And they can put good plays behind them and move on. Like you said, when we went up, we were up 12-10, we get the stop. We go up 19-10, that was a good drive. We get another stop, or we get the pick by Reed, and we go score another touchdown. Like that is truly, it's so much easier said than done of how do you play the next play, but the guys did a good job of that.
What was it like at halftime from your perspective? Jalen's getting checked for the concussion. Are you putting in contingency plans for Kenny at that point, making sure that Jalen's okay? What's that?
Yeah, I got information really early on. I think as I was going into the locker room that Jalen was going to be, he cleared. But really, what we talked about at halftime was that, hey, this is going to be a grimy, gritty game, and just keep going because we know we're grimy and gritty. We know that team's grimy and gritty. A lot of respect for them, but we just kept going, and that was the talk at halftime. Like, hey, it's a street fight, and we just got. It's not about who's tougher; it's about who's tougher longer. And we all said that to each other, and we went out, and I think they got points right away. Right, I think they got 3 points right away. But then, again, just great resilience by our guys.
What does a great defense do for a team's mentality?
Yeah, again, I think similar to like when you're running the ball like we're running. We really pride ourselves. I think since I've been here the last 4 years, when we've played our best, we've played with extreme physical toughness, mental toughness, physical toughness, relentless effort. And I think that when you play, you think about the run game when you do that, you talk about the defense. Again, like what part of those things, when you describe defense, good team defense, again, it talks about, we start with being on the same page, but everything else is about effort. physicality, right? Toughness, the way you'd strike blocks, the way you get off blocks, the way you tackle, all those things, fundamentals and toughness. And so it just brings that light of we have tough guys. Like we're tough on this football team because we got tough guys. Don't like that. That's so important. You can't be tough if you don't got guys that are tough. And so I think it just emphasizes what we want to be as a team, the physical toughness, the mental toughness, the relentless effort, all those things umbrella over the word tough in our mind. And that's a core value of ours, and it's huge to the football team because, I mean, just like a big catch or a big run, a big hit does the same thing, right? Whether it's finishing somebody on the sideline as an offensive player or getting a big hit or a pushback on the defensive line. And we'll highlight the crap out of those on, when we review this tape. We'll look at those, and we just want to build on that.
The trick play, what was the thinking there?
I'm sorry?
The trick play, what was the thinking there?
Yeah, we were trying to get a big play.
Was late, what went into preparation for that?
A lot of preparation goes into trick plays. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But a lot of preparation goes into it. They got us on that one.
All right, thanks. Jalen's on his way in.